Hi, so today we're going to run through a new feature in Tascus, and that's importing existing work instructions from PowerPoint into Tascus sequences. So this is a way of speeding up your development and getting started time with Tascus, because rather than going about and creating or importing steps one by one from scratch, you can just take some existing work instructions that you might already have and just bring that into Tascus in one quick step. So we're going to open up the sequence editor first. That's where you go about building sequences in Tascus. And I'm going to open up an empty sequence that I have that I'll use. It's a test import sequence. So I'll load that up, and that has got no steps in there at all at the moment. And typically you would, if you wanted to add work instructions, you would define your step name, type your text in and specify the work instruction image to display and add those to your sequence one by one. This time we're going to go to File and Import Steps. That will bring up this editor. Whereby we can browse to a PowerPoint file. So I've got some Amazon.work instructions in the PowerPoint there. We're going to browse to the folder to export the images from PowerPoint to. And we're going to define what each step is going to be called. So that's going to be step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could call it op for operation, whatever you want in there. Okay, click import. And what that's going to do in the background is start up PowerPoint. So you have to have PowerPoint installed on your computer. When you do this, it's going to convert each slide into an image, and it's going to extract some text from the slides. So at the moment it's imported 14 slides, so I can step through those, and from that it's going to build 14 display work instruction steps in Tascus. So at the moment it's just giving the step descriptions, step 1 through to 14, and it doesn't have any message to the operators, and the work instruction text is a little bit messed up at the moment. So this is basically because of the way we're just extracting all of the text from the slide. If you have a specific format of how your text is laid out, we can add in a macro to extract just the important stuff. Or what you can do is just do a bit of editing of it here. So I know that the step description for this one is a pick PCB assembly. I can then copy that to the message, and I know that down at the bottom here is where the actual work instruction text is. So I'm going to add that there. So with a little bit of tidying up, I've now got the most important information out for this slide, and I would need to go through and do that for each slide from that point onwards if I wanted to do a bit of tidying up of that. So that's up to you. That's something you can do, or get in touch with us. We can write a bit of a macro to make that a bit more automated. When I'm happy with that, I click add steps to the sequence, and that will import those 14 steps into my sequence. So if I look at one of the ones I've edited there, it's imported the image over on the left hand side, and the operation text it's put over on the right. So kind of a typical display of a work instruction. We've quickly got in 4 sequences into Tascus. It's one thing to note, it's only importing work instructions. So say after picking the PCB I wanted to do a scan, I would need to go and put that step in. Manually. But it gives you a good starting point, and it quickly gets all of your work instructions in there. Okay, so give that a try, and if you have any feedback on this feature or questions or comments, get in touch with us at Metis. Thanks.